Welcome back to Elementary Unlocked. Today let's talk about dice. There are so many different types of dice that it is impossible for me to cover all of it. But you have seen in some of my videos things like D10 and D20. What this means is D is the dice, and this is how many sides are on that particular dice. So if it's 10 sides, that'll usually get you 0 to 9. If it's 20 sides, that'll usually get you 0 to 19. These are usually under labels such as gaming or D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, from companies like Amazon, Temu, or Chessex. Chessex is extremely specific and a very targeted audience. However, they have a large variety. Temu is obviously going to be cheaper and take longer to get here. And Amazon is going to be in the middle of it. Some of it's cheaper, some of it's more expensive. It's going to get to you fairly quickly though. So it just depends on what you need. These are so many examples. You can do things with these such as this one goes all the way to 19, as you can see. You could do multiplication. You could roll it twice. I've got a 5. And if I can get it to stay over here, I've got a 6. 5 times 6, 30. But I can also have 12 times 1, 12. 15 times 13. And now we're getting into those higher level thinking. So now those students are going to have to look at that and figure out how they're going to solve it. They can do 15 times 10 and 15 times 3 in order to put it together. So they have options for how to do that. There are others where they can get only up to 4. This one is a D12. So the highest it goes is 12. And if I'm being honest, until 3rd grade, this is probably as high as I want to go. I probably don't want a D20 until we're looking at 4th and 5th grade work, because I can use this 12 to do every multiplication that I need, because they need to be able to do multiplication from 0 up through 12. So a D12 dice is perfect for that. Of course, you've seen place value. I've got lots and lots of place value. These are all D10s. These are all different ways of seeing the same thing. And you can see that like sometimes they're facing this way, sometimes they're turned to the side. It doesn't matter. As long as you can read the number, you're fine. Standard dice with numbers on them or standard dice with dots on them, either one. I like it with the dots because the students are learning how to recognize the number when they see an image of it. So like we all look at this and know this is 6 dots, but children don't until they're taught and they experience it. So having the dots is really helpful. And then this one is a D8. You could use it for just about the same stuff. It's just 8 sides. So these are awesome for that. Now, like I said, I would probably stick into that D12 range for these. So with like the D12, I can roll and I can get, if I can just get a good spot, a 12 and an 8. Okay, so they can do 12 times 8. They can do 12 plus 8. They can do 12 minus 8. All of these just from rolling 2 numbers. 12 times 8, okay, that is 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 2 is 16, so 96. And if you didn't see how I did that in my head, that is why the new math that everybody complains about is so important. Because that's the skill we're trying to get to. Is, can I look at this and go 8 times 10, 8 times 2, okay, 80, and 16 is 96. I can add, which is 20. I can subtract and get 4. So this is the size that I would go up from like grades 1st through 3rd grade. That's probably what I would do. If I am looking to get into these, it's probably 4th grade and up for the D20s. And I'm going to give you a little bonus content on this one, and I'm going to show you how you can do this problem in a very, very, very interesting, basic way for the kids. Okay, so they're going to look at this and they're not going to know what to do. But this is a 10 and a 3, really. And that's where that expanded form came in. Then they're going to multiply 15 times 10, and they're going to multiply 15 times 3. This, 15 times 1 is 15, and we're going to put that 0 on the end. It's 150. And then 15 times 3. I know 15 and 15 is 30, and another 15 makes it 45. Then I can place this together, and I can see 195. Repeated addition, distributive property, multiples of 10, all kinds of skills that are all taught in 3rd, 4th, 5th, specifically 3rd is where we start this. This is a great resource to be able to work with dice. And you probably already have some dice in your home, even if they're just basic, they're a great starting point.